Hi, welcome to our next Activision project. This project will happen at Target stores and we're calling it Destiny 2 Reveal and Skylanders section Audit. For this project, you will receive one box from In-Store Focus. It will arrive either by FedEx or UPS, so take a look at the work order and see the courier that is listed and the tracking number. Let's go ahead and open the box. You will see that we provided adequate packaging. You can just remove the bubble wrap. Inside, you will have one poly bag with one manual for all your store visits and approval pages, one for every store. You will receive one FedEx envelope like this. You will receive a poly bag with pre-sale cards. And you will receive launchpad headers. Inside your shipment, make sure that you have one of these graphics per store that you're visiting. And for pre-sale cards, there should be one pack that's labeled one bag per store, one for every store you're visiting. If you did not receive for some reason enough materials, please call us as soon as possible. In your shipment, you receive this FedEx box. This is for any provider that is doing more than one store. Inside here, there's a special sticker or stickers, one for every store you're visiting. This is a Target requirement. You have to have this sticker when you're bringing in the pre-sale cards and when you're trying to have the store receive something into their inventory. Each one of these stickers is store specific, so if you're doing 30 stores, you will receive 30 stickers from us like that. Make sure to peel, if you're visiting this store, for example, store number 50, it will say store number 50. You will peel this off, put this here. You will grab one of the pre-sale card packs, put this inside. You don't have to seal it, just bring it in like this with one of these headers along with your manual and approval page, and you will not have any issues at the store as far as receiving the pre-sale cards into their inventory. So this is extremely important. When you are done at the store and you used your first label, when you're going to the next store, make sure you have the store number that is correct and apply the next store's label over the other used label already, and just go ahead on to the store with a new label. Depending on how many stores you're doing, you might be doing one of three projects during this project. The project numbers are 2085, 2086, and 2087. Make sure to look at your work order description because the first number is telling you what project number you are doing at what store. All retailers, including Target, requires you to have the vendor shirt and the badge. If you did not receive the shirt from us because we're out of stock, you at minimum have to have the badge to do this work order. So make sure to wear professional attire and the badge when you enter the Target store. Upon arrival to the Target store, locate guest services and ask them to sign in into the vendor book. Sign in as ISF and ask to speak with an LOD. LOD is leader on duty. This is the person that is in charge of the store at that point of time. Sometimes a store might have one or two of LODs. For step number 2, LOD assistance is required. We are walking in with the pre-sale cards into the store, and these items have to be checked and scanned into Target's inventory system. So when you arrive to the store and you locate the LOD, ask them to connect you with a team member at the store who has the ability to receive inventory. Most likely there are two scenarios that you will run into. One, the LOD will connect you with a team member at guest services to receive the inventory. And 2, the LOD will direct you or escort you to go into the back room, into the receiving, and the person there will receive the inventory. In the situation where the LOD will inform you that the team member who normally does receiving is not available at the store, simply let the LOD know that you have a letter of approval. It will be attached to your approval page, one for every store you visit. If you do not use this LOA, just simply destroy it at the end of the project. But if the LOD says that team member who receives is not at the store, simply tear off the LOA and present it to the LOD. Let them know that you're still going to merchandise the pre-sale cards per step 3 on the launchpad on the sales floor, and that the LOD can use this LOA as a reminder to receive these pre-sale cards the next day when the receiving team member is at the store. Don't forget to record the name of the person who helped you receive the inventory and add it to your custom fields. If the LOD is informing you that that person is not at the store, ask the first name of the LOD and record that name. Now let's go over step 3. This is the most important step, and this is why you're going to the store. Activision has secured Launchpad 1, which is the most prestigious, most expensive space you can get from Target in the video game department, because it is on the launchpad, on the end cap, facing the racetrack, which is the main aisle that goes all the way around the store. Now, to figure out which one is Launchpad 1 and Launchpad 2, at the bottom of the base deck, there's a barcode that should say Gaming LP1 or Gaming LP2. We're supposed to be on Gaming LP1. If your store is missing this barcode, or if you're not sure, just simply ask a team member in electronics which one is Gaming LP1, and that's the end cap you're going to be placing the new items on. On this launchpad, first you will be placing this header graphic. Simply place it in front of the old one, or remove the old one from the header holder, give it to the electronics team member, and place the new one in its place. Next, place the new pre-sale cards onto peg hooks, 5 per peg hook. Make sure to follow the planogram for a specific location of where these go. Then take a look at our manual. All these other Activision items are supposed to be on the launchpad. If you do not see them, give it a minute and see if you can locate them to place them. But for items such as these video games, if they're not on the launchpad, inform the team member in electronics that they are missing, and that person should move these games from the lockup cabinet in another section to the launchpad. For step number 4, there are 3 scenarios. This is when the project number comes into place. Make sure you're fully aware what store you're at, the store number, the work order number, and look at the work order description, because it will either start with 2085, 2086, or 2087. For 2085, this means that you will be auditing the Skylanders section with a Skylanders display present. You will check the display's functionality, organize the product, and make sure that everything is tidy before taking the picture. You will also check the clock on the Skylanders display and make sure it's set to the current time, including AM and PM. This guarantees that the display will function after you leave. In some scenarios, your project number is 2087. This means that this store has the Skylanders section with the display, so you have to do all of those steps, and you will be auditing a dedicated Call of Duty section at that store. Make sure to locate the store within the Xbox inline section in the video game department. It's only a couple of aisles away from the Skylanders section. Make sure that that section has the header graphic, that's Call of Duty, the side fins, and the product is only Call of Duty. There shouldn't be any competing product in that section. If there is, inform the team member in the electronics department and they should remove it. Make sure that there are no holes. If there are any product holes, let the team member in the electronics know and they will fill it or they will order it. They have a protocol internally for what to do if there is no product. And the final project number is 2086. This means that your store only has the Skylanders section, but there is no display in that section. Simply organize the product, make sure all the product is pulled forward and it's hanging on the peg hooks. The starter packs on the base deck or on the shelf in some cases are organized. Everything is pulled forward. We are providing you an approval page, one per store. This approval page covers all 3 project scenarios, so simply fill out the checkboxes that apply to your store, to your project number, and simply ignore the other project tasks if they're not applicable. Make sure to collect the LOD's signature at the bottom. Make sure that the number 2 here where we say Destiny pre-sale cards were received in the inventory is marked correctly. And if you did not have a chance to work with the person at the Target store to receive the pre-sale cards, make sure that the LOD received this LOA and you explain to them the purpose of it, which is it's to remind that LOD to receive these cards the next day. This concludes our training video for this project. If you have any questions, please email us at projects@instarefocus.com. If you don't have a shirt or a badge, send us an email and we will try and order you one. And if you have any other comments, send us an email or give us a call at 800-894-0141. Thank you for watching.